y'all, and welcome back. This is Michelle from Michelle's Empty Nest, and today I'm sharing a little bit of a different view of a video today. I am going to show you a screen capture on my phone of how to do a little bit in the app Airtable. Now, by no means is this an exhaustive tutorial. It's just a really quick kind of a bonus video to go along with the stamp organization video with the Stretch Your Stamps scrapbooking series that I'm doing this month with Shuin from Shoe Puff Creations. So I'm just simply focusing on entering a stamp set into a table and then searching for a stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Airtable. And you'll see I have scrapbooking supplies as kind of the head of this table. And then I only have one base entered so far, and that is acrylic stamps. Now, I would really love to be able to go in and eventually do this with maybe ink pads because, you know, we kind of forget. Do we have that color of Distress Oxide, or do we have this color from scrapbook.com? So it's really helpful to keep you from double buying, or to, you know, search and make sure that you do have something before you go digging through your craft room looking for it. So I'm going to open up the acrylic stamps base, and you'll see I have a lot of stamps already entered. Now, I don't have all of my stamps entered, but that's a goal that I'm going to finish soon, hopefully. And there's lots of fields that I have chosen to include. Now, you get to decide what fields there are. You get to name them. You decide what kind of descriptions or categories or yes or no or what other kinds of questions are in those fields. It's all customizable to what you want, what you need, what makes sense to your brain. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a new stamp set that I have not put in yet. So I'm going to hit the blue plus sign. And my manufacturer for this stamp set is Allie Edwards. And the name of it is Flower and Sun. So it is one from the Day in the Life release from this year. And then I can hit done there. Now for type, I'm not going to call this a sentiment stamp. To me, in my mind, that means more like a phrase. Or maybe a little quote or something like that. So I'm not going to choose sentiment. I'm going to choose floral. Even though it's not a blatant floral, you do make a flower with the stamp. So I'm going to choose floral. It is a shape. And then I'm going to put text. And since it has a sun on it as well, I'm going to put icon. To me, a sun is an icon, or you can actually make a sun from this. So that's all I'm going to put there. And then for theme, and these again are just all themes that I have entered. You see up at the top, I can go in here and I could add another theme. Let's say I wanted to add one that says, I don't think I have one that says sports. We'll just add sports in. So I'm clicking that one as a new one, but I don't want that one on this stamp. It's not part of this stamp set. So I'm going to unclick it. And then let's see. Let's do shapes, floral. And I'm going to do icons. I'm going to put nature because a flower and a sun is nature. And I'm going to put these as being, I'm going to call them large stamps. Sometimes that makes a difference when I'm looking through several different stamp sets, knowing how big they are. And then I'm going to put script and block because they're in two different fonts here. And that's enough for this one. So I'm going to close out theme. For size, I have the sizes of the stamp sets that I own. So this one is a 6x8. And then for tags, I am going to enter in anything and everything off of this stamp that I might one day want to search for. So to start with, I'm going to put flower, and then I'll also do floral and sun. And you do need to separate these by a comma. If not, it's just going to read it as one long continuous phrase and you won't be able to find individual things. And so it has the word enjoying, eating, feeling, watching, reading, and then it has stories, gratitude, and loving. And let me think if there's anything else I would want to put. I'm going to put also half circle. Because if I'm working with some of Allie's products and I want to be able to find something that's a half circle that has those words on there, that would be important. All right, so I'm going to do done there. And then I put this as one of my fields, part of a collection or a kit. And so I would just put day in the life. And I do, like week in the life, stories by the month, stop the blur, December daily, stamp society. Even though it's not necessarily a kit, like a scrapbooking kit, it's some sort of a collection of like items. Then for a coordinating die, I just have a yes or no answer here. So that's a no, and there's no coordinating stamp. And then I am going to open up my camera. And I have my stamp here on just a piece of white cardstock. Could be copy paper or whatever. And I'm going to fill up most of the screen and then take a photo. And that one looks fine to me. So I'm going to do use photo. And you'll see it says it's uploading down at the bottom. And once that's done, now this stamp set is entered into my Airtable. So I can go back and search for it. And so I'm going to just search for the word enjoying. Oops, if I could spell it right. And so you see it is starting to narrow down and let's see. There we go. Okay. So this is my stamp set that I have just entered in. And you see it pulls it all up. Let's say 6 months down the road, I'm looking for enjoying. And I would be able to come here and look at all these different things about this stamp set. I can scroll through here. And you're seeing two because I did a practice one earlier to make sure that I knew how to work this app of my recording app. So you're seeing it twice on the screen. But this could very easily be two different stamp sets that have the same word enjoying. Maybe from 4 different companies, you might have a stamp set that has the same word on it. So they would all come up. So you can look through any of this. I can open up the tags and see what else is on that stamp set word-wise. Or what's most beneficial to me is to actually be able to come over here and open up the picture of the stamp. Now, you could go online and download images and then just upload that image from your phone instead of taking a photo of it. But to me, that's a couple of extra steps that I don't want to have to do. I have a lot of stamps, and so, it does take a little bit of time to get them entered in, so I try to cut down extra steps if possible. So I would decide if that stamp set would be the one that I'm looking for, the one that I want to work with or not, and go from there. If that's not the one I want, I could look at the next record that comes up. If there's nothing that comes up, you've either spelled it wrong or you don't have that stamp set or some other kind of issue, you don't have it. Maybe you didn't search for it properly. So anyway, it's a great little tool to use if you're wanting to not double buy. Let's say you're out and about and a sale comes up and you want to go ahead and order something, but you want to make sure you don't already have it at home. You can search and see if you have the name of that stamp set. So lots of good things to kind of help you stay organized and not waste time or money digging through stamps or double buying stamps or ink pads or Nuvo drops or anything, sprays, different kind of mixed media products. You can set up as many different bases as you want within that table, and you can have as many different tables as you want. And like I said, you make the fields yourself. You put the responses. It's completely customizable to you and what you need. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it is available iOS and Android. And I'll try to get the links for both of those listed in the description box below. And also a shout out to my friend Crafty Kate 616, I think is what her numbers are. She is the one that told me about Airtable probably last year, somewhere in that time frame. And so I'm very appreciative to her of bringing it to my attention because it is very helpful. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pause or stop this video recording, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.